A bombshell revelation on Talk TV sparked instant fury. Host Ian Collins erupted over the Home Office's secretive £1 million tender for mass fatality tents, demanding to know what nightmare scenario they're preparing for. The political tensions skyrocketed as fears of hidden threats and government cover-ups took center stage. But then, a stunning twist from security expert Danny Shaw completely derailed the outrage, revealing the shocking purchase was just boring routine planning. Watch the clip.
Before this, I want to say a big thank you to all our supporters who helped us reach our very first 1,000 subscribers. That achievement truly means a lot and inspires us to keep giving you our best. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do it now. Most people who watch our videos aren't actually subscribed. We know life gets busy, but subscribing is completely free and it really helps us grow. Our next goal is 3,000 subscribers, and with your support, we can get there even faster. You can also support the channel by checking out the links in the description, where you'll find some valuable books. They cost you no extra, but each purchase gives us a small commission that helps us improve our content. Thank you so much for being part of this journey.
Former advisor to Yvette Cooper. Danny, good afternoon to you. I mean, when you read that there was actually some job adverts, I'm sure you saw these, saying, you know, anyone want to apply for this contract, we need the tents and all that goes with it in case, you know, you need to either refrigerate or keep or store 700 bodies. And I was reading that thinking, man, is there something we don't know here? Is something hiding around the corner, Danny, or is this just standard practice?
Afternoon, Ian. It's a bit alarming, isn't it? At first sight, you do think, what is the Home Office not telling us?
Yeah.
But I think actually the truth is it's rather more prosaic than that. It's a bit mundane and a bit routine. I think what the Home Office is doing is it's had a contract, I think, for the past couple of years to provide contingency support to local authorities should there be some terrible event, another pandemic, or a terrible terrorist atrocity, or some other major event that causes a huge loss of life. And it's just having those contingencies to be able to offer support to local authorities if they need tents or storage compounds of some kind. You know, some of it will be refrigerated, so that bodies can be kept and stored and all the appropriate procedures can be gone through. So it's doing those things, those kind of boring things that don't really get any headlines unless when there is some terrible incident and there is a pandemic, everyone says, well, where was the preparation? Why didn't you plan for this? I mean, that's what we've got a COVID inquiry partly for at the moment, is, you know, has been looking at the preparations or the lack of preparations and the warnings that, you know, a pandemic might be coming, and we weren't prepared for it. So I suppose
they'd be damned if they did, damned if they didn't. Is this, firstly, this is standard stuff in a Western democracy, shall we say, right?
It absolutely is. I can remember when I was on a regional resilience forum in 2004, we were debating this, but we didn't have any money to do anything about it. One thing to bear in mind here is that after the Indian Ocean tsunami, 492 Swedes dead were repatriated to Sweden. The mortuary service couldn't cope with it. There was chaos and the government fell in the ensuing scandal. This is really quite important. London has had a mass fatality plan since about 2005. It put it into action during the London bombings when 52 people in London were killed and 4 terrorists. There is a reason for this, and the reason is that you need to do autopsies and recognition of bodies collectively. You don't disperse the bodies to different places. That's very important. And this is a service for the living, not for the dead. It's a service for the bereaved. Pandemics are recurrent. True. Influenza pandemics have about a 40-year cycle.
What are the sort of areas in your work, David, and your research that you look at and can, I mean, is there a kind of a type of emergency that is appearing to be more possible than others?
That is extremely hard to say, but let's remember that in the British National Risk Register, pandemics have always been top of the list as worst consequences and most likely. The register started in 2008. It's been revised roughly every 2 years, a bit irregularly, but anyway, the latest edition is of this year. And in all of the editions, pandemics are top of the list. Now, pandemics are variable in terms of their fatality rate, also in terms of their transmissibility, your chance of getting it, if you get it, your chance of dying. But we have to be ready for situations where we might be in the worst of those cases, as we were in 1918, 1920, very lethal and very easy to transmit.
Well, we all keep our fingers crossed, hoping none of these things happen, of course.